343, 344, 345, and 346. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenaniderp. Today, I think, might be a relatively quick episode because, well, it's kind of late, but I decided to do this other than the thing that I'm supposed to be doing because I'm sick and tired of doing that other thing that I'm supposed to be doing. Basically, I'm fiddling with Lua code out in the real world, not just in computer craft anymore. And, trying to get it to do the thing it's supposed to do is kind of a giant pain in the ass for me. Trying to figure out how to concatenate two strings and why it won't let me concatenate two strings. And yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, okay, so we all remember this from yesterday. This is my setup to get infinite ruby dust. And basically what it does is the tin comes down there, the redstone comes down there, it all gets centrifuged and blah, 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 blah. And out comes ruby dust. And I wanted to leave it go and see how much ruby dust I'd get by the time I'd log in today, just because I was curious. But when I logged in this morning, I logged in with this view. This is what I saw. I shit you not. This is actually where I logged out, and this is where I logged back in. Okay, so I see this, and I'm like, what the heck is all of this? And it's the igneous extruder, which is set to cobblestone. Then we got recycler set to scrap, and then I went, ah, crap. Yep. Space made a matter fab. I kind of wanted to do that. But, as you can see, it's not actually plugged into anything, and that's because we are having a slight power situation, and it's confusing the living crap out of me. Okay, so I have 5 ultimate hybrid solar panels up there producing power. I have 3 hybrid solar panels, or something like that. I do not have these guys going anymore, and there's a reason for that, which I'll get to in a second. I also have, a dozen geothermal and thermal generators going up there, producing all kinds of power. I have these 5 MFSUs, and everything, all power generation, is plugged into these 5 MFSUs, and then power for everything else is being pulled off of them. So I figure we should be able to do just fine with power generation. I mean, it's not going to be enough to power all 5 of these MFSUs all at once, but I should be able to power 1 or 2 or 3, right? I mean, an ultimate hybrid solar panel outputs 512 EU per tick per solar panel, and we have 4 of them. Okay, so just with those 4, I should be producing enough power to power all 3 of these MFSUs, but never actually run out of power. Right? I mean, one would think, but, boink. We plug in our just 1 glass fiber cable. Our matter fab is doing its thing again. The MFSU is not losing power because it's outputting at 512 EU per tick, and it's inputting at faster than 512 EU per tick. But right now, since it can only do 512 EU at all, it's only doing 512 EU per tick. But, and it's pulling from these 5. Okay, so we've got these 5 MFSUs. So, in theory, we should be pulling power from 1 of these MFSUs, and that 1 MFSU should be being recharged by any number of possible things. So we have that MFSU that's full, that MFSU that's full, this one that's full, this one that's full, and this one that's full. Hey, it's actually working now. It wasn't working before. Every time I tried to do it before, that one would be draining when I just had the one MFSU plugged in. Let's see if we can make it with 2. I should still be able to do this. Like I said, I'm producing way more power than 3 MFSUs can output. Right click, no, 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 and no. Okay, this is a good thing. This is a very, very, very good thing. Whee! Woo! Okay, so no, 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 and no. Awesome. Okay, so now it works. It wasn't working before. When I had these 3, just these 3 MFSUs plugged in to those 5 MFSUs, it actually drained all 5, sucked all of my power dry, and completely destroyed pretty much everything that I had worked to build. And it was driving me absolutely bonkers. Ooh, this also begs the question. Yes, okay, so we have tin. That's good. That's a good thing. Space added the industrial electrolyzer, so now all of the ruby dust goes straight from the industrial centrifuges straight into the industrial electrolyzer, and then straight from the industrial electrolyzer somewhere else. Oh, it goes up into storage. So, okay, so we don't care about those right now. That's not related to this conversation right now. But this apparently uses more empty cells than those, and we were completely out of tin. And I mean completely out of tin. Those things weren't running, this wasn't running, that wasn't running, everything had just stopped. So I filled up the rest of the thermal generators with more industrial centrifuges plugged into the lava source. Whew. So now we actually have more tin coming in, and it seems to actually be increasing insanely slowly. I mean, 9 is more than 0, but or 19 is more than 0, but that was a couple of hours ago that I was doing this. And then we got this guy. Obviously, the cobblestone is being thrown into the recycler, which is being pulled from the recycler into the matter fab, so that we have endless supply of scrap. Okay, that's confusing as hell. The lever doesn't turn off the matter fab's ability to draw power. It does, however, turn off the matter fab's ability to use scrap. And that strikes me as stupid. But yeah, so we got 38 UU matter. That's since Space did it, and he did it after I logged off, so that was pretty late at night. And yeah, we've got that problem. I don't know how to fix that particular problem. Because they shouldn't even be trying. Oh, I guess they are. This fills up faster than one would expect. This fills up crazy fast with just 3 MFSUs. But the reason I have the 3 MFSUs here is to limit how much power this thing can input. Because this thing, it used to be plugged straight into the power. This line came down and over. I put in the MFSUs, but all of my power everywhere was gone. And I mean everywhere. Everything. Nothing worked like it was supposed to, because all of the power went bye-byes. So I threw these 3 MFSUs on in the hopes that we could only output, what, 1.5K of power? Whatever 512 times 3 is. I only know 512 times 2, I don't know 512 times 3. But, yeah, so that's what I log into. Literally, I was right here when I logged out. I don't know how he pulled that off, but I was right here when I logged out. Of course, I don't remember being down here when I logged out either. I get the feeling that I don't log back in the same place I log out at. I swear to God I move when I'm logged out, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm playing Minecraft in my sleep. I mean, everybody says I'm on the server forever. Oh, yes. This is why those, other things, fluid something. Damn it, I forget what they're called. Those generators down there that use the creosote oil, this is why they're not running. Because since space left the matter fab plug directly into the source of the power, all of the power was used, including all of the creosote oil. So now we have no creosote oil. Which I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, because I kind of don't use it for anything. I think it's easier to make tracks with steel than with creosote oil. Hang on. Let's see. Track. Oh, the only way to make track is standard rail and wooden rail bed. Okay, then what the crap could I use steel for? Okay, I'm not seeing the thing that I was seeing before, where you could use steel and make like an entire stack of tracks. But you know what? I just thought of a possibility. That might be because it was train craft that we don't have anymore, so we can't make the awesome trains. Yeah, all I'm seeing is the standard rails you can make with the rolling machine. I'm not seeing tracks. So that translates to me to be that the steel trick that I was using in the last server was a trick that I used because of train craft, not because of railcraft or anything else. Alright, I need creosote oil because I want to make tracks. Well, that could be a mild problem. Where could I get creosote oil? Well, I guess we could do our standard thing where I take a buttload of coal, throw it in our coal coke source, which I guess I could put a, what is that called? A retriever, I believe it's called, from Red Power in there, connected up to the source. Oh, that probably wouldn't work because the output of the barrels goes below, not above. Yeah, okay, never mind. I can't do that. It was a good idea while it lasted. Then I just get a bunch of iron. Yeah. And then I throw all the iron in here. And then I let the steel system produce more steel than I know what to do with, and let the coal coke system produce more creosote oil. I don't know, can coal coke be used for anything else? Because I kind of have a lot of it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it can be used for fuel. Crap. I may have to think of something else. I don't know. I've been kind of on this power kick, as you guys should be able to tell, where I keep producing more and more power. Because I kind of want to throw it all into the matter fab and see if I can outpace adult making UU matter. There's no reason why I want to make that much UU matter. I have no purpose for it whatsoever. I just want to be able to do it. But then again, that's most of this game, isn't arbitrary goals. So, what can we do? I guess, technically, we could take a bunch of the coal coke that we're using, output it into barrels down below, probably just in the floor below, because that would probably be the easiest. Plop. Yeah. Set it up to come down here, and then it outputs into a whole bunch of generators, that use the coal coke to power the generators, and then from there the power goes up there and the coal creosote oil goes in there, and I get my creosote oil back, and that would work. I can do that. But here's a question. Where does the input for the generators go? Conveniently, I have a bunch of generators and a bunch of glass fiber cable, which, for some unknown reason, Space changed all my wires over to glass fiber cables. Like, right here, this was all copper cabling, but now it's glass fiber, and I don't know why. We don't gain anything from using glass fiber. It's not more efficient than the copper cable in this situation. The lines were too short to be losing any EU. So there was absolutely no reason to switch over to glass fiber. I don't know. But let's start with this generator idea. Let's see. This is the source there. That's the output for the chest of coal coke. I do not want that ever to be out. I don't want that ever to be low. So what I can do... Ooh, that doesn't look pretty. Because that's all going to come right back down, like just like that. That's the only problem with transpositors, is they do that. It's actually kind of annoying. Because they don't go back into the chest. They just kind of bounce around and they get stuck in this system. So what was I going to do? I was going to go upstairs and I was going to attach a longer pipe down below. Like the pipe that's back here, I extend it below everything. So yeah, somewhere around there. So we'll take it out from here and take it down there. So if I can ever find my way out, there we go. I will... Yeah, let me see if I can keep this crap straight in my head. Okay, so... Boop. Boop. Okay, so now this pipe will prioritize this chest because it is the closest... Hey, it's doing it on that side too. Oh, I'll take care of that here shortly. It is the closest valid destination for the coal coke until the chest gets full, and then it is no longer the closest valid destination. From there, at that point, we will use this barrel here as the next closest valid destination. I guess I want this up one, don't I? Like right there. That'll work. And then now all of the coal coke that's backed up in the system should be coming down here, and there it is. And then it will all go in there. And then I need a transpositor. Oh wow, we had a lot of stuff backed up in the system. I mean, this right there will take care of my creosote oil problem. As little of a problem as it is. Now all of those coal coke ovens are going to be firing off constantly to add to the coal coke supply. So yeah. Okay, so I need a transpositor. I also need... I don't know what all I need. I have so much that I need to do. I think the first thing I need to do is figure out exactly which direction the generators draw their source of power from, which would probably be easiest figuring out by using a transposer. I'd use a filter, but filters are... no. Not going to use a filter. Far too annoying. So, transpositor, obviously pointing in the wrong direction. Let us flip that around. Yeah, the reason I don't use filters for output like this is because... Is that pointing the right direction? Filters will output a stack at a time. And yes, that's outputting in the right direction. Well, we can't... I don't want it to output a stack at a time. Or could I get away with that? I might be able to get away with that. I'll think about that for a little while. I might be able to get away with outputting a stack at a time if it's smart enough not to bounce back that stack. So, like, if the generator has 64 coal coke in it, and then uses 1, so it has 63 coal coke in there, as long as the filter doesn't try to output an entire stack into the generator. That would help. I'll fiddle with that and I'll find that out, but I'll fiddle with that later. Okay, so now I need a timer. The joys of timers, but I can't use an wait, somebody translated for this for me. Hang on one second. Okay, apparently it's pronounced autarkic. A-W-T-A-R-K-I-K. Autarkic. Yeah, I'm probably still not pronouncing it right. But thanks, Stick Aiden. Like cicada? Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing things. What was I doing up here? Oh yes, timer. Ooh, 1 timer left. I'm going to have to make some more. We got to be careful with these timers. We don't have a lot of them. So, wait, hang on a second. I would actually lay odds on the input being on top, not on the back. So, like that. So, let's find out. Clicky. And it's going to the top, exactly where I thought it would go, except I'm an idiot and just realized that the top isn't where the fuel goes, the bottom is where the fuel goes. So that means these generators get the fuel on the bottom. Alrighty, well, I can work with that. And that's relatively simple. We just tear out the generator, we tear back out the pipage, and then we just put the pipage down, like that, and then we put the generators on top. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so generators output, what, 6 EU per tick, 10 EU per tick, something like that? I don't suppose it actually says, does it? No. 10 EU per tick in a generator. Okay, so 10 EU per tick. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Not a lot of EU, but hey, whatever. I also don't have a lot of coal coke, but boop. And then we just let that go for a little while. In fact, I might be tempted to attach there, just so we can get those out of the system. Of course, they'll just come right back. And there we go. Now we're actually producing power. And then the theory holds that I will always have coal coke for the blast furnaces, and that the generators down here will be a secondary thing. And of course, I could always add more generators if I so chose. But for the most part, I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. I will probably never be producing enough coal coke to actually fill up all of these, all 10 of these. But hey, it's just something I can do, and pretty much everything I do at this point is arbitrary. I kind of have no set goals anymore. Yeah. So, fun stuff. Oh, look, we're getting our creosote oil back. It's not a lot, and it's gone already. Crap. Oh, it's because the generators down there are being filled. Do I want to turn them off? At least for now. Well, you know what? I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to see what happens, and see if those generators ever fill up, and if I gain creosote oil. But I don't know. I guess I will find out later. But that will be for another episode, because that's probably going to take a couple of days. Unlike the ruby dust test we did downstairs in the last episode, that took, well, a couple hours, a couple YouTube videos, so. 67 sharpness 3 books. Holy crap. 67 sharpness 3 books, 1 knockback 1. What the hell? Actually, there's quite a few things in there. 31 Vorpal. Yeah, apparently sharpness 3 is like the most common thing you get. Out of all of the stuff I have in here, we've got sharpness 3 that's above 64. Yeah, nothing else is above 64. Whoa. But I did get Thorns 2 and a Respiration 3 book, so I am getting books. This system is working like it should. I guess those books are just rare. Where is Repair? See, Repair 2 has 2, and Repair has 1 has 7. Okay, those books are very, very, very rare. And nothing in the overflow chest. Alrighty, so hey, our books work, but it seems that I can ramble on. This episode is actually almost over. So, I think I am going to end the episode here, because as I said before, it's actually pretty late, and I've got to edit this thing up and code it, and then upload it to YouTube for tomorrow, because I usually get up pretty late. But I think I'm going to take advantage of the massive amounts of aluminum that we're making, which actually I think I keep in the overflow chest now. Yes. So, we're working on a 3rd stack of aluminum. We're working on a stack of chrome, but I think I'm going to take advantage of the aluminum that we're making and make a whole bunch of water mills in the basement. I'm actually filling in an area right now. Whee! Right there. Oh, and I must have ran out of cobblestone again. But, yeah, I'm filling in that area, and this entire floor is going to be nothing but water mills. And then I'll fill in a floor here, because Space wants his own floor. I suggested he could put farms in here, but you know what? It's his, so he gets his own floor. Alrighty, so, yes. Oh, that was a book going and doing its thing. Okay. I just never went past there when a book was enchanted. Alright, so I'm going to end the episode here. Ooh, I can say this. It looks like I'm getting creosote oil, but I'm actually not, because I did turn off the fluidic generators down there because they were sucking up and using the creosote oil way faster than I was producing it. Also, I did check, and these MFSUs, all of them were empty, and they still are. Yeah, I shouldn't be using that much power, but apparently I am. I don't know where all the power's going, because it sure as hell ain't going into the matter fab. But whatever. Just leave it alone. Hopefully it doesn't hurt anything. And yeah, in case you're curious, I'm just making iron. Massive, massive amounts of iron, because I threw a lot of iron into the steel mills over here. So I've got a lot of iron that's being made into steel, so I can make a lot of coke and a lot of creosote oil and refill this bastard. Which means I'm going to need more coal, which means I should probably turn back on the dropper with the Wither skeleton. Wither skeletons. Though that's already more. Yeah, because that's gaining because I have a wither skeleton spawner in the grinder. Which is how we have so many bloody wither skeleton heads. And how space has so many wither skeleton, or nether stars. Which we did trade for. Adult didn't care about the diamonds, but he did care about the nether stars, so he took the nether stars. And yeah, so we got our stack of iridium, which is probably how we got our matter fab. But yes, I'm rambling on again, and I think I need to stop. Look, my fish tank is occupied. Alrighty, so I will end the episode here, as I've said many a time before, and I will say to you guys, as always, keep playing the game, and have fun.